Good morning. Good morning. My name is Reverend Ron Card, and I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you this morning to the Sunday morning message. We do a Sunday morning message every Sunday about 10 a.m. And this is a Sunday morning for this message, and it's sponsored by the Centers for Spiritual Living in Carlsbad, California. And right now we're in Oceanside and you're actually in my bedroom. And the reason why we're actually in the bedroom is because, as many of you are aware, we're moving. I'm really excited about that. We're moving and we've got boxes all over. We've tore things down. We've tore things apart. So that has kind of brought me to where this is going to be done in my bedroom if I'm going to do it. You can see right behind me my mirror to my closet and my TV and my hanging cords and all that. But you know what? We just need to look past that. Just think, this is our very first talk in this brand new baby year. Actually, also brand new baby month. We finally made it through 2022. We went through 2021 and it was quite a challenging year. I mean, we had COVID, we had all kinds of things going on. We were restrictive and I put on about 20 pounds I didn't want to put on, but I mean, there wasn't much else to do, so I ate a lot. So, a lot of things I'd like to see different this year. And of course, one of the things is we are moving, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But let me ask you this. What would you like to see different this year? What would really propel you into this brand new year? How would you like to see your life different, or maybe relationships different, or maybe location or job, or what would you like to see different that would really excite you to kind of propel you and move you forward? By any chance, did you make any New Year's resolutions? I was good this year. Normally I don't, but I did. I sat down before the new year came and I wrote up several, resolutions that I would like to see happen. And, you know, I thought about things that I'd like to see different this year. A couple things that I did put on my list I would be willing to share. And one of them is something I think we all put on our list, and that is losing weight. Like I said, I ate a lot. And what I wanted to do is I want to shed that. I want to give it back to the universe because it's not really doing me any justice. So one of them is losing weight, which actually is going to be a big one for me. It's not just the idea of just going on a diet, but it's changing my eating habits. So that's going to be kind of exciting in itself. Another one was reconnecting with family and friends. Like I just mentioned earlier, we are moving this year and we're moving from California and we're going back to Tennessee. We have family back there and my son is, we're moved close to my son and he's wanted us to move back there for a while now. And so now we're going to have that opportunity. And so we're looking forward to reconnecting with some of the family back there and also some of the friends that we have, but also stay connected to the friends and family that we have here because we do still have some family here and we have lots of friends. And I really would like to stay in contact with many of them. On my list, I had several things that I wanted to see different in this new year. But this morning, what I wanted to do is I really wanted to talk about the everyday wonders of living every day. I think many times we don't see it or we bypass it. We get too busy in life. I think when we set goals or we do resolutions, we do those things. What happens is we forget that this is a process. There's going to be stepping stones on the way to get to where we want to go. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about this morning, a little bit about that. I am told that if you want to be somebody or if you want to go somewhere in life, you better wake up and pay attention to what is happening in your life right now? How many times do we pay attention to that? How many times do we pay attention to what's going on in our life right now? How many times do we pay attention and we're right in the now? A lot of times we're thinking about what happened last year, what we want to see happen in the next year, what someone had told us yesterday, or, you know, maybe we're going to do something we're not real happy about. So we think about that. But what we do is we bypass being right here, right now, to see the small wonders that, pop up in your life all the time. And that's why it's important to be in the now, because that's when you really recognize them. Many times, like I mentioned earlier, that we're so busy that we miss those small wonders. And what happens is we end up getting off track because we don't follow the process. We don't see where that is taking us. Do you realize that there is a whole lot of wonder going around us all the time? And this wonder that is going on around us, it's called life. And when we become curious, we make direct contact with it. It is that curiosity that enables us to see the many wonders of life. It was curiosity as far as this whole deal about moving. I remember, back a few months ago, Linda and I, we were just curious about, well, what is the value of our home? I mean, what is it really worth? Is it even worth thinking about selling it or not? So out of that curiosity, what we did is we got a realtor, and the realtor came in and he looked all around everything and he sat with us. And when he told me what my house was worth, what I could actually get from it, I mean, my curiosity was filled. I mean, then there was a curiosity of, can we sell it for that? And what do we have to do in order to sell it, in order to move the house? And, it's just curiosity after curiosity. And that's what really brings about, what you want to see happen to you in life and the many wonders of life. I feel that I live a spiritual life. I'm a minister. I've been a minister for 25 plus years. And I do feel that I live a spiritual life. Sometimes I get a little off track, but mainly I stay on track. But spiritual life doesn't just happen from meditating on a meditation cushion or on Sunday mornings or reading a new thought book or just taking classes or teaching classes or, you know, any of that. What it does is a spiritual life is a combination of all that. Spiritual living is a way of life that happens every moment of every day, not just on Sundays, not just on certain holidays, but every day. It's about applying spiritual tools and principles to every area of our lives, on a regular and a consistent basis. That's one of the reasons why I've developed spiritual, where I get up and I pray every morning. I meditate occasionally. I take that step back and just kind of go within. When we do this, I'm here to tell you, life does flow easier. Choices are clearer, and seeming miracles are everyday occurrences. Do you realize that there is wonder in every day just waiting for us to live it? But the thing of it is, we have to see it. I have found this so true for me in my life. And I'm sure that if you really think about it, you're going to find it true for you in your life. I think John Cage puts it in perspective for us, because what he says is we are involved in a life that passes understanding, and our highest business is our daily life. How many times do we pay attention to our daily life? Do we pay attention to the direction that we move? That we can see that we stay in that process that moves us forward. It is our daily life that we encounter the divine. The wonder of spirit is everywhere. It is ever present. It is always with you. The thing is, we can't escape it because we are inseparable from it. I believe the spirit is right here. Spirit is with us all the time, not out there. Spirit is with us, whether we realize it or whether we don't. It is our truest essence. When we become conscious of it, when we live in the awareness of it, our daily experience becomes opportunities for transformation in our lives. Isn't that kind of like what we're all seeking? We want more transformation in our lives. We want to see our lives go forward instead of backwards. We want to attract the things in life that we desire, maybe more prosperity, maybe a house, maybe a new car, whatever it is. I believe that each one of us was made in the image and in the likeness of God. I believe that God is in and expresses through each one of us, that there is a power greater than we are that knows all and can do all that we can use. And that power is right with us all the time, whether we realize it or not. You can acknowledge it, you can use it, or you can ignore it. The choice is yours. We each connect to this power all the time. We connect when we pray. Because when we pray, what are we doing? We're telling God what it is. We're getting in alignment with that good that we want to attract in our lives. And when we meditate, what do? We listen. We're listening to God, is what we're doing. And when we walk in nature, when we become quiet and we just listen, this is the time that we begin to see the wonders of life all around us. There is only one life, and that life is God. That life is perfect. Life is perfect. Our Declaration of Principles states that this one manifests itself in and through all creation, but is not absorbed by its creation. I believe that life moves through me because it's spirit unfolding into more of itself. It goes on to say that the manifest universe is the body of God. It is the logical and necessary outcome of the infinite self-knowingness of God. Everything we attract in our life is God. It's more God. Also, from our Declaration of Principles, it states that we believe that heaven is within us and that we experience it to the degree that we become conscious of it. Many of us are taught and we grow up believing that heaven is out there, that we're not connected to this, that we're sinners, that we deserve exactly the bad that we get. But that's not true. Heaven is within us. It's right here. We live in heaven. In the Science of Mind textbook, it puts it this way. We arrive at a consciousness of unity only in such degree as that we see that what we are looking for, we are looking with and looking at. Heaven is lost merely from a lack of a perception of harmony. When we are not living in this harmony, guess what? We're in trouble. That's not where we want to be. And our very own Dr. Ernest Holmes says, that which seems to us supernatural, after it is understood, will be found spontaneously natural. Think about that for a minute. When I read the book, The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle, it made me realize that it is not uncommon for people to spend their whole lives waiting to start living. You're living all the time. You got to wake up. You got to smell the flowers. You got to move forward. We are living. You got to live in the now. You have to begin to live because you are. Do you realize that many of us go through lives our daily lives, unaware of the beauty that is all around us or the beauty that is within us, the beauty that we are. We spend so much time worrying and fretting and looking at what we don't have and looking at what we would like to have, but we feel we can't. There is nothing you can't do, be, or have. All you have to do is believe it and see it right here. You have to see it. We forget about what we focus on expands. So what do you focus on most of the time? Because what you do focus on, it finds a way for us to experience that. So if you're experiencing good, then that's what you want to keep doing. You want to keep focusing on that. You want to focus on love and harmony and peace and good. Yes, prosperity, abundance, all that good stuff. But if your life is not going real good, take a look at what you're spending your time putting in your mind, what you're focusing on. Take a look at what you really believe because it can be changed. It can be changed very, very easily. We wait for something spectacular or rare to inspire us. We forget that something spectacular has already inspired us, and that is the ideas, the knowledge, the good that moves through us has already breathed life into us, and it continues to breathe us, maintaining and sustaining us with every breath. This is that spirit. That is God moving through you. I think one thing that we want to experience more than anything is being alive. So though there are life experiences on the purely physical plane will have a renaissance, within our own innermost being and reality, so that we actually feel the rapture of being alive. I got that from The Power of Myth, from Joseph Campbell. Life is meant to be lived. We need to understand that. Living is a verb that requires our consciousness and active participation. We are the one to participate in life. Without action, application, and practice, we aren't living. What we're merely doing is existing. We deserve more than that. I don't want to live just to exist. I want to live to be inspired. I want to live to create and to act lively and to attract the good things in life and live life to its fullest. Alchemy is recognizing the extraordinary is inherent within the ordinary. It is a revealing of what is already present within. The butterfly exists within the caterpillar, the mighty oak within the acorn. And that is the same with us. We must come to realize that awe and wonder are present in modest, ordinary things. One form is transmuted into a higher form as its true essence is revealed. We come to find that the ordinary is really extraordinary. To put it in a nutshell, or so to speak, with practice and creativity and seeing the world with curiosity becomes a natural part of our view. Why is it that we get an idea, we see something we'd like to either attract in our lives or we'd like to become, and then we start thinking negatively. We start thinking, there's no way I can have that. We start comparing ourselves as we are right now, instead of creating an avenue, creating a path to get to where it is we want to go, to see the good. That's why I'm saying is what you focus on expands. We have to be careful what it is we are focusing on. We must tune into the majesty all around us. It is there. When you start seeing good everywhere you look, guess what? good becomes your experience, when you start seeing harmony and prosperity, and when you realize that you have a power within you that you can do, be, or have whatever it is you want, guess what? That becomes your reality. As we become more conscious of our true essence, our divinity and oneness with all, the more every aspect of our individual lives is transmuted into a higher expression of life. This is how we grow. We must begin to envision a world that works for everyone, because if it works for everyone, it works for us and all of creation. We must begin to use the spiritual tools for personal transformation. In this teaching, I have learned so many different tools: prayer, meditation, visioning, a lot of different tools that I use. But also, too, I've come to realize, like that saying that I keep saying, that what you focus on expands. Because when I'm in a situation I don't want to be in, what I do is it makes me aware that I have to take a look at, what am I thinking? Because this is how spirit works through us. It works through the ideas that we get. And when we're getting negative ideas, when we're getting ideas that no longer serve us or don't serve us at all, guess what? You've cut spirit off. We can't get that feed that we need. That's why we got to stop that. Personal transformation happens in our daily lives and in everyday experiences, such as play, creativity, our emotions, relationships, and nature, as well as our work and finances, and especially in our home and community. Truth that there is only one life, and we are all one. We are all connected. The truth is that the universe is resplendent and beauty is everywhere. You know that saying that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and it is. What do you see? The truth is that divine wisdom is ever present and available. It's available at any time. We just need to be open to it. And we are divinely guided. We are guided all the time. That's why you need to be in the now. You need to see it. The truth is, we prove it when we live it. So let us take this time and begin to explore these truths and live them. There is a wonder in every day just waiting for us to live it. It is not enough to know spiritual truth. We must live it. We must experience it and allow ourselves to be transformed by it. This is so true. So as you go through your list, as you see the changes you want to see take place in this new year now, things you want to change, see the wonder, see the process, be in the now, be curious. Yes, this is the way you make it happen. I want to say thank you for joining me this morning on this really beautiful Sunday morning. Please join us every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. for the Sunday morning message. And I will see you again in a couple weeks. And I don't know whether I'm going to be here or I'm going to be on the road, but wherever I am, I'm just so happy. Thank you.